Everybody, it's me, Faye. And, you know, first of all, everybody knows, as everybody knows, I do not do introductions. I don't play fancy music and all of that. Because all y'all do is skip it. I mean, be honest. All you do is skip it and you just say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get to the meat of the matter. Well, let me tell you what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about your girl, Janet Jackson. Now, I don't know what possessed Janet Jackson at this late stage in her life to get into politics, period. Because I have, I follow politics. I am political. I have never seen Janet Jackson do much of anything political. So I was kind of shocked when she hopped into this hot mess between Vice President Harris and the former president about whether Vice President Harris was black or not. I just have to ask Janet, what were you thinking? I mean, what possessed you to get into this and then to all of a sudden say, well, I didn't think she was black. You didn't think she was black. Somebody told you she wasn't black. Well, first of all, you live in California. She ran for Attorney General of the state of California, and one of the things that was against her was that she was an ethnic minority and that she was black and she was Asian because Indians, for all intents and purposes, come from the continent of Asia, so they're Asians. I hate to give you this little school lesson, Miss Jackson, but you need to have your facts straight. Now, here is my position on it. This is my position. My name is Faye. This is my position. If you want to vote for Donald Trump, that is your right. But what bothers a lot of people is how you try to throw another black woman, because she is black, under the bus. Now, whatever. Because when it's all said and done, the only reason people are trying to say she isn't black and that she's Indian or that she's Asian is to try to whip up some mess so you think that black people will be gullible enough that we'll get mad and say, oh, she one of them Indians, we ain't going to vote for her. Well, I got news for you. You need to learn politics, Miss Jackson, because those of us who are going to vote for her are going to vote for her. The first thing you need to do is get enough courage to say, I don't support her. I'm going to support the orange man. Okay? That's your right. But like I said, it takes a lot of, I don't know what it was in you to attempt to throw this sister under the bus. And I want to give you this little piece of advice from a woman that's a little bit older than you. You need to understand what you're getting into and who you're getting into with it. Because what you need to understand is that every person that's gotten into some mess with Trump has ended up spoiling their credibility. They've lost their credibility. Many of them have lost their jobs. Many of them have lost the respect of other people. Now, as far as I was concerned, I could have went one way or the other about you because you don't do music that I like, and I don't go to your concerts, so it was not important. But when you try to throw a shade on a sister, try to throw her under the bus, then it's time for me to speak out. And the only thing I have to say to you is that you need to get the courage to say, that you don't support her and that you support him, and that's who you're going to vote for. And don't try to clean it up and correct it because all of us could tell from, I tell people I'm crazy. I ain't stupid. We could tell from your tone in that article that you weren't going to vote for her. So just have the courage to say, hey, I'm not voting for you. You're not voting for her. You're voting for the other person. And be done with it. Like I said, you hopping into something you obviously don't know anything about. And the second thing that made me mad, you're a grown woman. You're talking about what somebody told you. Don't you know how to pick up a book and read it and find out what has been said? Or else you don't even have to do that. You can just Google it and see what she has said about the issue. This is a woman that went to a historically black college. Nobody there has said she tried to pass for anything but black. Nobody that went to Howard has anything really, racially offensive to say about her. So, Miss Jackson, I'll tell you what, you talk about you want respect in your music and all of that. You need to respect black women. And that's all I'm going to say on it. So you do what you got to do. But at least have the courage to say you're going to vote for the little orange man.